Yes, there we are. We are live. It's made it. Da, da, da! To another evening of intellectual chat on DJNTV.
What was that?
That was my Mrs. Krabappel laugh. I do a lot of Simpsons.
I was going to say it sounded more like the other guy. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are going to be kind of doing an open question night tonight. If there's some topics that you guys want to talk about, we'll be kind of bouncing around. We've got a couple that we're going to be going through ourselves. You might have noticed that Dan is not with us tonight. No, it isn't that he's being very, very quiet. He's got some things he's working on here this evening, so we miss Dan. We miss him tremendously, and hopefully he's getting everything all taken care of on his end, and he'll be back with us next week. Yes. So
You're stuck with us.
Yeah, just send some positive vibes out to Dan and such, because he's had a busy day today. So
if you guys feel it necessary, I'll hook up a second camera and be two people tonight if you feel that's necessary.
If you feel that's necessary for double the MJ.
I can do that if you like.
I mean, but we offered, so I mean, that's something. I mean, that's got to value.
Nobody's ever asked for two of me.
Okay, let's see where are we at. Okay, so we've got a few things we're going to chat about, MJ. Let's kind of get going on that. Actually, Shanie's going to be busy next week.
I'm going to be really busy.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm just going to do a small little personal plug, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's great.
All right. For those of you that are going to be at Mobile Beat Las Vegas, please, I'm actually post it on my Facebook. I haven't even made the announcement. So those that are part of DJNTV that are watching live right now are the first to hear about it before I even post anything. So you guys are special. Wow. But I'm actually going to be spinning in the Bose booth, and it's not a booth. We're actually in a big demo room that we're making a club.
Ooh.
And on Tuesday, I'm going to be spinning at 3:30 p.m. Vegas time, and I have a full-on production company that is flying in from the Bose headquarters to do a whole promo. So if you guys want to be in my promo, you have to come there when I'm spinning and actually look like you're having fun, or that you like me. And you could be in the promo. I know it's a little hard. Yeah, some acting skills might have to be there. But if you're going to be in Vegas, please come and be part of my promo so you guys can be like, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. So
for the promo, do you have some like really cool handshake or something or they can give you some kind of a cool gang sign so that people will know that they're part of Shanie's crew?
I haven't thought of, not that.
MJ.
No. Yeah, we'll think about that. Chat room, you guys can come up with something that, it could be part of like hashtag Shanie's crew. And we'll do something, or I'll just sticker everybody. I'll Chi-Town Shanie sticker everybody so they can be part of the crew.
Right,
and it's only the cool people will have a Chi-Town Shanie sticker. So, and I'll give out some Bose swag. Like we have some really cool USB glow in the dark bracelets that are actually USB, which I love wearing because it's like cool, and it's a USB stick that I put all my music on. So I'll be giving out some of that. Okay, enough of that. So that was my little shameless plug, and you guys are the first to hear about it before everybody else.
That'll be fun. That'll be neat to see.
Yeah.
I'll make sure we have the see if we can get a DJNTV camera in the back there, so that they can pick up the whole behind the scenes. So that way, when we eventually see the edit of the video and everyone's having a great time and everyone's partying and everything's great,
I will be turning knobs. Yes.
Then
yes, because I will be. Sorry, John. Yes, because I'm either going to be on a Nexus system, mixer, and CDJ, so definitely turning knobs, or I might, which I haven't played with it yet, but I might be using a Roland. I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see which way we go. We'll see
which one happens.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that'll be fun. You'll have a good time in Las Vegas next week. And if you guys are down there, you guys can go and hang out and say hi to Shanie and get her autograph, because that's an awesome thing.
And we'll take some selfies for DJNTV.
There we go.
Yes.
That sounds awesome. Okay, so MJ, tonight we had a couple of topics that we were going to try to run through. What did we have?
I think one of them was, what do I look like with a clown mask on? I think that's one of them. No. It's playing with special effects for this. Danny's just trying to get in with that. I was hoping somebody. I was playing with special effects earlier, where I was doing, Snapchat filters on the video here. Which do you want to talk about first? The real topic or the holy crap topic? So you guys can choose. Quit talking about White Castle. White Castle is nothing but meatloaf on a bun. That's all White Castle.
Okay, so let's tangent to White Castle. We have them, and I've never gone to a White Castle. So the other day I got a coupon. This is sad. There was a coupon in the Sunday paper, and it was like $3 or $4 off the thing of White Castle burgers, if you go get them from the local whatever. So I trimmed out the coupon, went and bought the 12-pack of them from the local thing, and you throw them in a microwave for a couple of minutes. What's the attraction?
They're slider. Well, first of all, you're supposed to eat them when you're drunk. So we'll start with that.
Well, that's tough to do with the kids there in the middle of the day.
Yeah, but there are people that really, really love them normally. Like they actually sell them frozen in the grocery store here.
That's where I bought them, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's sliders, it's just like, that's the attraction, like the small sliders, it's the name White Castle. That's about it. That's for those that live down south, I think it was Crystals. Is that what they had? Yeah. Like it's kind of like comparable to Crystals, but White Castle's just a little bit up here. Sorry guys, because I've eaten both. So yeah, I used to live in Florida, but I don't eat them at all. Even like after the club, we do burritos and stuff, so we don't do White Castle. Ugh.
I tried them once, and that was 2 times too many.
See,
I was down in Nashville, and somebody said, "Hey, let's go to White Castle." I'm like, "Fine, that's good." And then I sat there for a while, going, "Where else can we go now?"
Yeah, you need to be by a bathroom within an hour. Just saying.
That's pleasant. Yeah, I guess
just an opinion. So if you like White Castle, we don't mean to offend you. We just
we'll pretty much offend most everyone at some point in time tonight.
Yeah,
White Castle is very close to what's the other one, John? White
people? What? I don't. What do you like?
Wow, she went there.
I was going to say, is that what you're trying to set up? Because
what's the one that you like, John?
Burger place, In-N-Out Burger.
No,
In-N-Out. No, they're not close to In-N-Out.
No, the hoagie place in Atlantic City.
Oh, White House Subs.
White House Subs.
White Castle are not the same thing.
They're not the same.
You just need to clarify that because we talk about White House Subs a lot. And we want to make sure that you're not getting a house and a castle mixed up.
No, so much different.
Right there. Yeah.
And again, it's only a couple of blocks away from where DJ Expo is going to be, so you will find me there. I will post.
Oh, that's right. But
I will post the time.
There's not one in the hotel now.
Well, I'll be staying at the Sheraton over there by the...
You are staying at the Sheraton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because all you wild young kids can stay down by the Tropicana. I'm going to stay over at the Sheraton. It's quieter. They've got, 5 o'clock senior citizen discounts that we can go to. And then, by 7:30, it's turn down time. It's fabulous. His little shuffleboard in back. It's great.
My God. And horseshoes.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, no. You might throw a shoulder out there.
All right. So while we're just talking about that stuff, guys, start asking. Are we asking questions or are we going off of MJ?
I want to go off the first one that is complete tangent. Okay. We actually do have an honestly good topic that I think we should spend another show on. We could talk about it tonight because, a few weeks ago, we wasted that wonderful show that we talked about turntables, CDJs, controllers, or just a computer. We kind of wasted that show. So we figure I might as well talk about nothing now like we have been and then go on to our honest topic later and we'll just waste some time. But for those of you out there who, forgive me, John, live under a rock or a father of a dozen kids, there is a girl who's simply known as the Cash Me Out girl. And if you've not seen it, her and her mother fought a lot. They went on the Dr. Phil show to get help. Her and her mom starts arguing, and all of a sudden she yells to get in a fight with her mom, "Why don't you catch me outside?" But she has this really Southern accent and a bit of some sort of lisp, and it comes out, "Cash me outside."
How about that?
How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? And
MJ, can you pull up a picture there of this young lady?
I actually probably can find the video. Shani, you play her song, which I refuse.
She has a song.
I did a remix. And it's sad that I also have a video too. It's actually a video.
She's in several other videos out there.
But no, I mean, I actually did a Cash Me Outside minute and a half remix and video that I play during my trap set.
Wow.
Because it's hot. I mean, not because
She's 13 years old.
Okay. You want to know my breakdown on this? Okay, this is my breakdown. She ain't no 13-year-old. She's like a 25-year-old actress that like looked in a mirror and was like, cash me outside. No, that's not how I want to do it. Cash me outside. No, that's not how I want to do it. Cash me outside. You know, that's my breakdown. It's she's like a 25-year-old, like went to Harvard.
Will we get busted if we play the video?
If we
The audio.
yeah, we can kill the audio.
Or
Could you put the video up in make that small screen, that little one? Could you do that?
Yeah.
If you can keep it smaller, then it won't get picked up.
Sure, I can do anything, John. I am limitless.
But basically, we're bringing this up because not only did she go viral, but now there's a whole to-do about her. Okay, so supposedly she's 13. I'm just saying. Right. Supposedly,
kill the audio there, MJ.
Yeah,
it's nothing if you don't play the audio. It's pointless.
Okay,
the audio is the only thing you want, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So supposedly this little chick,
Dr. Phil, and
and all these hoes laughing like so funny.
Would you like me to translate it?
Yep.
Audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yeah. Outside, how about that?
Here she goes.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside, how about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
He's like, look, I'm a white dude with education. I have no idea what she just said to me.
But she is like crazy famous right now.
Oh my God. And how famous is she right now, MJ? What's going on with her?
She just got booked for the Winter Music Conference to be a meet and greet at the Winter Music Conference. Those of you who don't know what the Winter Music Conference is, it's a huge kind of a DJ expo that kind of tailors around electronic music in Miami every year. It's humongous, and it's also at the same time as what they call Miami Music Week, which is just endless concerts, and it's all DJ oriented. It's crazy. It's a banana party crazy thing. She got booked for a meet and greet at the Winter Music Conference and getting paid $40,000 for a meet and greet.
So those that are going to be in Vegas, watch. I am going to be on TMZ from something in Vegas. I'm just saying.
She's going to come up with something better than the Fisher-Price turntables.
Right? You're going to hear, and then my little thing will be boop, and then someone's going to remix that. So just I don't know what's going to happen. It can't be anywhere near Mobile Beat. I have to like separate myself from the DJ community, but it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be in the Strip with the Avengers or something, like I get in a fight with all of them. Like, I don't know, but something I want it, like, I want 40 grand and go somewhere like, Winter Music Conference or something. Like, what's up?
So it's this for the, like I said, I understand that it how can I say this? To some audiences of people, it's not, she's like nobody, but to the younger crowd, if you don't know Cash Me Outside, there are t-shirts, there are memes, there are videos. She has played parts in several videos now. I think she's been back on Dr. Phil twice. She actually told Dr. Phil, "You were nothing before I came on the show. I made you famous."
Arnoldo here is sharing in the chat room there that she's a straight A student in the. Yeah.
Wait, so her on Dr. Phil, was that like a joke? Garrett first? Like, I really...
That's Arnoldo's channel there. So if
Arnoldo...
and if he's...
I should have known that.
I'm guessing if he's saying it's verified,
I follow
that means...
him.
Yeah, he's got it... he knows what's going on. And I would definitely, just from looking at how it's been orchestrated, I would definitely say it smells of a manipulation.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it was like a 25-year-old actress that was like staring in a computer, like in the mirror, like, cash me outside. No, I'm not gonna say it like that. Cash me outside. No, I'm not gonna say it like that. Like, seriously, like, for it to go that viral, because come on, Jerry Springer show, Maury, like all those, I mean, to me, it's all the same, like all that kind of stuff. But this just went crazy viral to the point where, then she started being in people's videos, and then, okay, I will admit, I do watch TMZ because I like to get my local, my national news.
Your local.
Like my local news. I also like
or news.
No, I don't watch my local news. Like that's why I watch TMZ. My local news is terrible in Chicago, so I watch TMZ for like the comic relief. But that's where I get like all my news from, and it's they're all over her, like in LA, coming out of like the hottest restaurants and this and that, and then the fight on the plane, and I mean, it's like
that was another thing, yeah,
like she's staying relevant. It's like her 15 minutes have come and gone. So there's like I said, there's it to me is suspect. Like she's staying relevant, and then all of a sudden, this thing of getting the 40 grand of all places, winter music. Come on, like, okay, boo boo. Like seriously, where do I sign up? Because I will sign up and I'll go back crazy. There's no shame in my game. I'll take all my sponsorships off and just go back crazy right now.
I think we need to start a new trend here in America where we start a petition to stop making stupid people famous. That's my thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
We do well with that one, unfortunately, in this day and age.
I think it was just kind of funny that she has taken this, and like I said, to the fact of where it's tipped over into Winter Music Festival, Winter Music Conference, which really has absolutely nothing to do with her, aside that she's been in a few rappers' videos and different things like that. So, but
right, she's not a producer, she's not a DJ, she's not have anything to do with the music industry, except stupid people like me did a remix of it because it's it's hot when I play it in the clubs. I mean, like I said, I play it in my mixes, and people are like, well, going crazy. I make sure I play it after 1 a.m. and they're like going crazy for it, and I'm just shaking my head like, oh my god, this is taking up space on my hard drive.
She needs to do a duet with the Cash Money Crew.
Oh, she needs to just be bye Felicia.
Bye.
That's what she needs to do. Bye Felicia. That's it. Like seriously, people like that just, I don't even want to waste my breath, and we're talking too much about her. Now we're making her famous for everybody else.
So
if we make her famous, then that's I will
DJNTV just made her famous.
I will make someone famous for $40,000. If I can do it, I'll split the $40,000 with you.
That's what I'm saying. Just watch till Vegas. I might just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs just to do it. I will have a camera crew with me, so you never know. You never know.
All right, so those of you who are in the chat room tonight or watching this on demand, your job is, if you are in Vegas during Mobile Beat, you need to create a situation that puts Shani on camera and somewhat compromised. And
I don't even need Ciroc. I'll do it sober. Can't even blame it on the Ciroc. Shani did the sober, but I'll be drunk. Somebody saw me drinking.
Vodka tells you can, right?
Right.
It's the one Mexican restaurant I DJ at occasionally. We always talk about the power of the margarita. Anyway, Dr. Phil, get a cut. He gets a cut.
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty well.
His ratings went up from that. People actually paid it.
Yeah, because people who never really watched him before, like I said, I mean, she got her 15 minutes of fame, and because she was on a show, and now people are like, oh, Dr. Phil, didn't even know he had a show anymore, and now they're watching it, like they're watching Maury, You Are the Father type shows. It is what it is.
You are the DJ.
You are the DJ. All right, let's move on from her.
Yeah.
Our other topic is really, really serious. I don't know if we want to, not really serious, but it's a real topic. So if you guys in the chat room want to shout something out, we're here to talk about anything. Like literally, if you want to keep talking about this girl, we will. But I pray that you don't.
Yeah, it was about her, but now somebody's asking, is this about? No, this one, that was our moment of time. She had her 10 minutes with us, and now we're moving on.
Polka questions. Sure.
Yeah, right. Reggie does a lot of polka music in Wisconsin, and if a person's looking for polka suggestions or ideas or some knowledge in that realm, old time music, Reggie is the guy to talk to. 15 years ago, I probably could have helped you, but in the last 10 years ago, last 10 years, I think I played maybe one or two token old time songs at events. It just isn't popular like it was at one time.
So besides Arnoldo's question in the chat room, does anybody have any questions for us?
Oh, did he ask his baby's question? Yeah, he was going to ask the.
No, he's actually doing song lyrics on us right now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm the one that got
He must be sending him a message to you.
No, it's not.
Oh, the salt and pepper. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So let's, MJ. The next one was the about times when people are calling DJs, and this has actually been something that has happened. It hasn't happened to me in a while, but I've had DJs asking. And somebody actually messaged me Thursday of last week because I was en route, where someone had called, and people are seeing these reports where if it's a wedding, the DJs or the vendors are going to jack up their prices. Mm-hmm. So these reports and these articles are suggesting that people call and say, "Hey, I'm Joe and I'm having a party for my wife's birthday next month, and how much do you charge?" And then having their wife call or their fiance call and say, "Hey, I'm doing a wedding," and then they compare prices. And this has been a thing that had been discussed. Now, what people are doing with this is they're now calling and saying, "Hey, I want to book a DJ for June 14th, and it's for a backyard party. It'll be under a tent in my backyard, and great, okay, it's $100 an hour. Cool, wonderful, let's do that." They sign a contract for a backyard party. MJ, you get there, and what do you find out?
My friend Cameron, this happened to him last summer or summer before, I don't remember which. He got booked for a family reunion. Oh, cool. I'll DJ a family reunion. He gets there. It's a wedding. That's what they're doing. They're booking for the lower and going for the cheaper thing, and then faking out I don't even know what we can call that. Faking out the actual event itself. But he went ahead with it. We can talk about that tonight, that whether you think you should go ahead with it. I have a clause in my contract about that states if the event is not as stated, if it's I'm trying to remember. I was going to look it up, but I'm just going to ad-lib it here. If the event is not as listed in the contract, I have the right to either terminate at that moment at full price or renegotiate at last-minute DJ costs or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I walk away and you pay me full, or we negotiate at hey, it's an emergency. We need a DJ type fees. So,
yeah, I call it being bamboozled.
Yeah, very much so.
I call it being bamboozled, and it's happened. I'm not gonna lie, it's happened a couple of times to us too, where they just call for a house party, or we're just doing a small little get together. And even though we ask 80 million questions and get all the information, it's not like a type of party where they want to meet in the office, like a wedding or one of our bigger parties where we have to go through all the details, and then we'll just do it through email and phone calls and this and that. And then all of a sudden one of our members of our team get to the event and send us pictures and is like, guess what? Like, this is not just a backyard party. This is a wedding, or this isn't just a birthday party. This is a bar mitzvah. Like, so they just got out of the whatever $1,000 package that we gave them, and now we're screwed $4,000 because we quoted them we have what's called like entertainment packaging, and then we have what's called like our wedding package and our mitzvah package. So we have separate stuff depending on the package. And yeah, it's happened to us too. Even though we ask all the right questions and things like that, there are those people out there that just, if we answer this way, if we do this way, I mean, what's the big deal? You guys are here anyways. I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, we're going to pay you. We're going to, so it sucks. It sucks that people try to get what they can from us. And, what can you do about it? That's the question. What can you do about it? I mean, like MJ said, he has.
I just posted it in the chat.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. If everyone's on the same.
See, and I had that happen to me once. This would have been 15, 20 years ago, where I had a couple that were doing a backyard party, and they wanted me to come in and just basically do it. And we had the conversation about how will the guests be dressed, because you're trying to feel out a little bit. On a prime Saturday in June, you're thinking that the chances of this is up. And they were this is what's going to happen. And it's like, okay, this is what my attire is going to be. And da-da-da-da. Well, it turns out it was a wedding, but my role was, it wasn't a typical wedding dance. They wanted me to basically do a backyard playing bumper music really for the afternoon and evening. So yes, they did get married that day, but they really didn't dance. There wasn't a first dance. They a little bit later in the evening, they came out and danced to a few songs, but they were really looking just for someone to come in. At the time I was doing county fairs. I had a booth at the county fair, and that's where they saw me, because they came by while we were doing our little booth games with the kids. And they're like, hey, we like your mix of music. Can you come over and do a backyard party? Yeah, great. That's how we got into that.
Here now, Matt said I wouldn't do anything special, dumb down what you would do.
And that was
now
would've been my thought.
I kind of disagree with that, because I always give 100% no matter what it is. Shame on us, as in my company, for not being able to catch the mistake, but I don't know who's there. That could be your prospective client. And I get, like you're saying, dumb down, but for us, I'm still going to do exactly what I would do, just for the simple fact is I'm that type of person. I'm going to give 100%. And I'm like, if maybe I won't put up all the lights or, something like that, but I'm still going to go 100% and just if I get any calls from that party, I will let the person know, look, they did not, I don't want to badmouth anybody, but that should have been a wedding package, or that should have been a mitzvah package, or that should have been this package. And if that's what you're calling about, I do have to quote you this price, because you never know who's going to be there. And I don't want to have them see us take equipment out or say to my staff, oh, just press play and let songs just do this or do that. I want my staff to give 100%. Whether we got bamboozled or not.
Yeah.
And it's just something we just have to figure out how not to, do it the next time. But I wouldn't go out of my way to not do what I would normally do for anybody else. That's just how I feel.
Just following the chat room here. You guys are very active. Thank you for participating and such. Howie mentioned, of course, the same thing, Shani, with the you never know who's there. And that's one of the struggles I've had with that, because after that happened, then you're trying to put into place the different safeguards like MJ has in his contract, so you don't have that, because you don't want to go there. And my biggest concern is that, okay, it's a backyard party, great, and I'm going to come in and wear, oh yeah, it's a jeans and t-shirt type of event, so you wear, and you plan that because everyone should be wearing shorts and sweating like a pig, and then you find out that you've got a wedding party then here I am wearing jeans and t-shirt. There's just some things that you try to avoid, but sometimes folks are going to bring that upon themselves and thinking, oh, we're saving money. Well, yeah, but
right,
my wedding show is more elaborate. There's planned. One of my DJs had this happen where they were hired for doing a party, and it was a wedding. And when she got there, she didn't have any of their special dances. And they're like, oh, you don't have that song? Well, no, that song was it wasn't released to our music service. Well, how come you don't have it? Well, first off, we didn't know it was a wedding. And if we would have been asking for the special music, and we would have made sure we had your special music, because at that time, we had to buy things on CD, and many times we had to go to either Best Buy or you had to order the CDs in. You couldn't just go and get things. And I remember that the DJ felt horrible, because she's like, oh, we didn't have their music. Well, yeah. They were looking for something weird and they weren't straightforward. In essence, they were bamboozling us.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. We do more work for, higher end events.
All I got to say to go along with that, Shani, is this. Why do we charge more? Bridezilla. Mm-hmm. Go with that, Shani.
Yeah, how would that go over?
Yeah. Okay. Well, sometimes it's not even the bridezilla. Sometimes it's the mother-in-law. Sometimes it's this. Sometimes it's that.
I've had more issues with drunken bridesmaids at weddings than any bride ever at a wedding. It's always the drunken bridesmaid who says, "Do you know the bride wants to have this played? I'm her best friend, and you should be playing this next, man. Because she's unhappy over there. Look at her. She's unhappy. If you would play this song."
Look, my whole thing about it is, yes, I get demanding brides in my pre-event meetings, but on the flip side, it's their day. Like, look, I let them demand stuff because then I know exactly what they want. And I don't want to not know anything and then do it a certain way. And then they're complaining and they give a bad review or they tell their friends not to book us. So I don't mind the demanding, brides and everything, but exactly what John is saying, like, I can't handle the drunk uncle. I can't handle the whole entire bridal party that shows up to the reception already drunk in the limo that now I have to do bridal party intros and they can't even walk straight, and I have to like deal with that stuff. Like, to me, that's more frustrating than a bride that's sending me emails every single day. And I mean, it is what it is. And that's why I don't do so many weddings in my company, and I do the corporate and the bar mitzvahs. A lot of people are like, I would never do the bar mitzvahs. I love the mitzvahs. Like, I love acting stupid with the kids and then having the drunk adults too, and having them try to, juju on that beat and stuff. So it's like, to me, it's just funny, and I get to play sweatshirt all the time, MJ, and send you text messages.
That's going to be your ringtone from my phone from now. I get a message from you.
But I mean, it's like, for me, I rather, deal with the kids' parties and stuff, because the adults are more demanding than the kids. Most of the kids are just on their phone in the meetings, like playing games or like on Snapchat, like in our office and stuff. So I just get in their Snapchat with them and I'm like, okay, Snapchat with me. But yeah, I mean, it's like, you gotta roll with the punches sometimes, it's not always going to be, rainbows and unicorns, so sometimes it'll be that evil clown mask that MJ had before you guys, saw the show.
Really should have taken a picture of that. That would have been awesome.
That's when I logged in.
Yeah, that was scary.
But it's true. I mean, you get bamboozled, you learn from it, you learn from it for what can you do next time? What do you think you need to do so that doesn't happen again? Do you need to put a clause in like MJ has, or do you need to talk to your client differently to see like why it was like that? So, there's all those ways to figure out not to have it happen again.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a booking agent. He was really smart. He really kind of pounded contracts and different things into my head. And I've kind of taken that performer travel rider / contract and moved it over into just for DJ gigs. It's a lot less down wording wise, but I mean, I even put things in there for Michael Joseph reserves the right to cancel an event due to causes beyond control, such as hospitalization, death, accidental or natural causes, such as civil turmoil, strike, epidemic, conditions of war, or any other type of emergency. You might think that that's an overdue, but having that legally in a contract may help you one time in your life.
Yep.
So I say take the time to put together a good contract. And if someone questions, why is this in here? You just politely explain to them. It's just, so that we all are, all the cards are on the table. Simple as that. It guarantees you that I will show up and do a good job, and guarantees that, it's just like anything else. If you have a contract, because we are contract employees, I've talked about that before. If you have someone coming into your house to do plumbing or to do, put new cabinets in your kitchen, you're going to want to know what they're going to do, when they're going to be there, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're going to want you also to sign a contract saying that you will pay them, and et cetera, so on and so on.
Yeah, it's for both parties. Dan Knight asked, how many different sound systems do I have? I could go, I think I've got probably 5 different sound systems at different sizes, depending upon what I'm doing. Some for ceremony, some for this application, that application. Then I have pieces so I can make them bigger. I mean, if I could break them down, I probably could have 5 complete separate ones. Multi-app, no, I'm not that anymore, unless Lori's was looking at maybe getting back into DJing a little bit and going out and doing some things this summer. So if that would be considered multi-op, that would be as close as we're going to get this year.
Your kids count as multi-op, John.
What's that?
Your kids count as multi-op.
If they go out for an event, it is.
Yeah, none of my kids don't have a whole lot of interest. My oldest went and did, I think, 3 dances. I think, yeah, all 3 were at the school, and that was the end of it. My second, he did a wedding, and I think he did one other event, and it was a family wedding, so it wasn't like they wanted him to come and do that. He's like, I don't like drunk people.
Yeah.
that was the end of it. He actually did that wedding, and then 2 weeks later he came and did videography work with my show. And after the 2 weddings, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm done with drunk people at weddings." So, okay, so that was
I personally have 3 systems, but our company itself has 6. So like and then a couple of my other DJs too, they have their own systems. So if we needed more systems, we all have, but like if we have 3 parties going on in the afternoon and 3 parties in the evening, our crews can have the 3 for the afternoon, and then more crews can set up in the evening that same day if we had to have like six crews out in one day. And again, like we have, different ones for different types of events. So, smaller events, 50 person compared, 500 people, or corporate stuff. So for us, it all depends on what type of event it is. And it's all on our equipment sheet, that we do in the warehouse. So we check off like what we need for each event. I mean, I would love to bring the bells and whistles, and we talked about this and, another show to all events, but not if they're not paying for that kind of stuff. And,
sure.
And time frame, as we talked about, at the last show and things like that. So, I mean, and I have like, my little stuff, for my fashion events, in store events, my little tiny, like, 10-minute setup, of little speakers and stuff that I could set up. So we have multiple stuff we can do.
I should probably offer an apology, because the show last week, when we talked about taking too much equipment to the gig, the person who I was talking about realized I was talking about him, sent me a message. So that's not what I do, So
well, let him know that none of us really thought you were talking about anybody in particular.
I was, and he knew that. Was. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't know that. Okay.
But he was, some of his stuff is upsell. It is upselling stuff. But he said also some of it, like Dan said, they're toys he wants to go try out. Which he loves doing that stuff. So absolutely, again, if you love doing that and you want to take the bells and whistles, like Shani said, it's okay. It's extra work, but sure.
Like I said, if you want to take 1 or 2 things just to kind of show off, and I mean, I'm the type of person that I even let the client know. I just wanted to let you know, I threw in some extra lights because I really like you guys, and I think you guys are great. So I just wanted to have a little more bling, to your party. Am I looking for a fat tip? Maybe, but I'm just letting them know that, we're nice enough to kind of do something like that. But
I have a once a month event where I did that too, where all they wanted was music. And I started bringing lights a couple months ago, and it really made a difference. And they're like, "Oh, we like this. I'm not asking for any extra money, but it's just throw a little extra in there for them. Nothing big."
Yeah. Regular client, you could definitely see doing something like that.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
That is something there to think about, that returning clients. Sometimes you're willing, like I have a school that I go a little bit overboard on, a couple of them, where they book me for every school dance, and I kind of go a little bit above and beyond, over the past, I don't know how many years, never raised my price, maybe added some new lights or video just because they call me for everything. So.
Okay. I just want to read something like
Yes.
Okay. And Dana, I love you, but I know he wrote, if you don't know Latin, don't do Latin parties. And I agree with that to a certain point. Like I didn't know Latin music at all until like really, really know Latin music till about 3 years ago, when I had a client that was like the whole entire wedding. But I did my homework. I did my research. I every night was looking at the Billboard charts, listening to music, talking to my Latin DJs that I have connections with all over the place. So now I can say, yes, I know Latin music, and I, mix it into like my club stuff and things like that. So, I mean, I don't want to say like, don't do it if you don't know it. If you have time and you want to put the effort into it to do research, just like everything else, because let's all be real here. We all didn't know all the music that we're listening to now when we first got in the business. Anyone who says they did, I will call you out on that. Like we all didn't. So it's like, to me, that's how there's different DJ levels. Are you updating your music all the time? Are you listening to different types of music? Are you knowing what the difference is between trap and twerk and this and that and redrum and all this kind of stuff that MJ talks about all the time? And if you're not, and it's cool if you're not doing those type of events and you don't want to know it, that's all the power to you. But I'm not going to turn down. Like, for instance, I did a country event 3 years ago. I'm not going to admit it, but I did it. And it was in a back shed. And when I was driving there, when I saw like the train tracks end and there were no more train tracks, I got a little scared when my GPS was like nothing on it. Like, I was like, where am I headed? And they had me set up in a back shed, and I wish they had Snapchat back then because I was a little scared of where I was. But I listened to all the music they wanted. Am I a country DJ? No. Do I want to spin country? Absolutely not. But I booked the party and I listened to it. I'm not going to lie. I cried a little bit during some of the time because some of the songs.
It hurts, doesn't it?
So no, I didn't cry because of that. No, that's not why I cried. No, that's not why I cried. I cried because I was listening to the lyrics, and some of them are so freaking sad that it would like make me become an alcoholic. Like, I was like, you know, somebody got cancer and then they died. And then, you know, the dude's in his pickup truck with his dog and they're drinking a beer. I mean, I think I put all the songs together in one verse. Right
No, that was actually, remember that song? It was released.
But it's like,
hit number 5 in the charts.
But I did my research for that party because I wanted to make sure. Now, if he would have booked it 24 hours before the night, I probably personally would not have booked it because I wouldn't be able to put my time into it. But I'm the type of person that if I don't know a genre of DJing and somebody wants it or somebody else brings it up and I'm like, wait, what's redrum? I'm not saying I don't know redrum, but I'm saying, you know, because like MJ always talks about redrum. I'd be like, wait, what's redrum? I want to know about redrum. I want to know what it is. Let me do research on it. Maybe it will enhance my show or maybe I can incorporate in this. So I get it if like somebody's saying like, oh, if you don't know about it, don't book it. If you have the time and you could put the effort into it and you think you could actually come out successful doing the event, now you can say, I do these type of parties too, or I know this genre as well. And that's my opinion on it. That if you could put the time into it, that's going to make I'm not even looking at the chat room if you're looking at the chat room right now.
Someone asked how much money would I turn down for a country gig?
All of it.
I'm telling you, wow. It would be lots of money because I would take more pride in tweeting out the fact that I turned down thousands of dollars to not do the gig. I about a year ago, I did this little bar and they had a jukebox on and the jukebox plays as many times as I've been there. I've heard it play everything from like serious urban music to country. And right before I was ready to start, Wagon Wheel came on and I'm like, this ain't happening. And I went over, shut the jukebox off and started playing. And I tweeted out right away, both on Facebook. I said, I believe this is the happiest moment of my life. I got to kill a country song and play house music. And it was the greatest moment. So it would take lots of money to get me to a country night.
Look, I have an open invite to their bonfire anytime I want to go out there. But again, it's like a 2-hour drive. I didn't even know this place even existed in Chicago. And all the PBR that I can drink.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How much is that?
It depends. Do those still come in a 40 or not? Am I drinking it out of the bag or, you know? But I mean, it was interesting. Plus I liked that I was taking myself out of the comfort zone just for one party. Like, will I ever do it again? Probably not. And there's a spot here in Chicago that is like a big country spot that actually is right across from where I DJ on Friday nights. And they've even asked me like after the band's on, like, would you? And I was like, no, I don't. Like, I would still play like Boot Scoop Boogie and Achy Breaky or like, that was like, is that not the right one? You know, like,
here's an idea. This is something that I have a friend of mine who does a lot of 16 birthday parties, Latin, I'm going to say it wrong. Janie, Quinceañeras?
Quinceañeras, yes.
Quinceañeras.
No, you're right. You're right.
You did.
And him and I work together a lot because he doesn't know top 40 music very well, but he very much knows all of the Latin. He is from Cuba and he really knows his stuff. And there are many gigs we've done where we've tag teamed to where, you know, he'll do the Latin stuff, I'll do the top 40, and we have a fun night working together. We've done that many times. So if you have an option of a gig like that to maybe split a fee to work with someone, that's an idea. Because I'm telling you, it's worked with me. Him and I really have enjoyed it. So
That's not my forte. But like I said, I mean, if a client really wants me and wants to, pay to have me there, I would do my research like crazy, and I will make room on that hard drive next to the Cash Me Outside song to put some new country on there if I have to.
Shani, tell them in my DJ computer what the country folder is called.
No, I will not.
You remember?
Yes, I do remember. Because that was my miscellaneous. Remember, that was my miscellaneous folder.
Yeah. That Clarence Carter's another song I will not play. I've literally lost a job over that. I used to DJ for a specialty night at the local racetrack, casino/racetrack, and the head guy of the horse commission, whatever it is for the racing, wanted to hear that song, and I told him I wouldn't play it, and he got mad, and I never went back. So I draw lines in the sand. I'm one of those DJs that I could, if I wanted to go back to work in a day job, what I did, because I worked in the finance world for a long time as a compliance analyst, I can make lots of money doing that. I'm doing this because I get to choose who I work for, when I work, how much I work, etc. So if it's not, I don't look at a gig first as money. I look at it as, do I want to do it? Am I going to have fun? Am I going to enjoy it? And then I have this little balance scale called the pain to pay scale. So is it a pain? And if it's a pain, then how much does it pay? Because I've done a few of those going, if you pay me the right, I'll do it. But like I said, I'm one of those few people. I do it full time, so I want to choose what I want to do. I don't want to be sucked in to the money thing. I turn down probably 3 or 4 gigs a month on people for private gigs, weddings, clubs, different things like that they want me to DJ. And I'm like, nope, I don't want to DJ there.
And yes, Dave, I agree with you, because the party actually went overtime. He said the country people really know how to party. If it's like it went overtime, and I was like, oh my God, I hope I have enough more country music. And then I'm like, I can't play those staples like Friends in Low Places, because to them that wasn't like country enough for them. So I was kind of freaking out. By that time, the young kids came out by the bonfire after they were drinking in the other shed. So I got to play some in the other shed. So I got to, hey, look, I went to school in Florida, so I've been to some country places. I just don't like to talk about it.
Ed Sheeran is close to country, too close.
No, Ed Sheeran is not. Ed Sheeran is pop.
Too close to country for me.
No.
There's lots of those pop artists that you can tell the person who wrote the song is a country writer because they use country chords. So it is very, it's very common.
But it was funny because I actually brought up country when I spoke at the Las Vegas DJ show, and I said, like, I just don't get it. Like, I was like, I understand all genres of music, and country. I listen to the songs and I cry. Like, it makes me depressed. I'm sorry for you country fans. It just makes me depressed. Maybe I'm just not listening to the right ones. Maybe you guys have to help me out to see what I should listen to. But like I said, I was like crying. I was like this, like DJing like at the party. I was like, oh my God, the person has cancer and now they're dying. And then the dog came and the dog left. And like, I
didn't think we could go downhill from Cash Me Out. We did. We went to country.
I went to country. We'll get off of country. You were talking about quinceañeras. You want to go back to that?
No, I'm just saying that like you were talking about playing music that you're not familiar with.
Right, because somebody talked about the Latino. Yeah, the Latin music, which somebody did say there's so many genres of the Latin music that I learned to know about. Like when somebody comes over, and they're like, do you have any Latin music? You got to turn to me like, well, what do you want? You want reggaeton? You want cumbia? You want bachata? You got to ask them like what they want, because there's so many different categories. And that is a slippery slope that if you're going to do the Latino crowd, you have to know the difference between all of them, because if they don't get the merengue and you put on a cumbia instead, they are, they'll come at you. They'll get mad because you're playing the wrong genre. Like, I asked you for a merengue and you playing cumbia, and then all of a sudden they switch languages on you. You're like, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Like you start talking like you did in junior high, But yeah, I mean, you have to do your research, and that's what I'm saying about like the music. If you want to know how to do the country and the Latino and the hip hop and the trap and all that kind of stuff, but I know people have been asking about doing some playlists, John.
Yep.
On a show. So
I don't know how I could send you there, but I just found out earlier this year that the virtual DJ site, because I use virtual, it uploads all the songs I play at gigs, and you can go look at them. And I do have many of my nights up there, and it's just playlist. It's just going to show you what songs I played in what order. If you want to find that, contact me and I can send you the link to that. But it's public. It's open to the public. So I'll share the stuff I have. And 99% of the time, you're probably going to ask me, where'd you get that mix?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's again, the whole idea is learning new things, checking stuff out. I think one of the best things to do is to go out on nights when other people DJ, and if you're not working, go to different places, go hear different things. If you see me on a Saturday that I'm off, I'm usually hitting 3 different places, totally different styles of places, just trying to network and talk to people and stuff like that. So, you know, yes, MJ, yes, it does. It does what?
I
don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it would have been 30 seconds ago. 30. Actually, tonight we're only behind by about 15 to 20 seconds, I believe.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Do you guys like this open format night? Because I'm considering doing it once a month.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. You know, have little mini topics to get the discussion going if needed, and off we roll.
I'm going to see if I can find that link. Somebody asked me.
Coming up this week on the shows, tomorrow night, some of you mentioned some of the scams, the real scams where people are trying to book. We're gonna discuss that because there's a ring of those going around again, which they're consistently going around. If you're marketing out there in the internet world, you're getting these. So we're going to look at some of those tomorrow night with Brian Red. I'll be talking about scams and preparing for. He's got a couple of shows coming up. He's going to be going to, so we're going to talk about that tonight. Ahead of that, with Ben Stowe, we're going to be talking about static electricity, specifically where it comes from and how it works and how it affects our gear and ways in which we can eliminate that, because we had a viewer who had a problem with static electricity where he actually damaged his laptop at an event because of a static electric shock. And it's like he's freaking out. He's like, what did I do wrong? It's like, well, things happen. Then Wednesday night, if you guys have not heard of the website and business of Fiverr, Fiverr, Jared Wade's going to be talking. Jared Wade's in the chat room with us tonight. So, yay, thanks for being with us, Jared. Jared's going to be going through and talking about Fiverr. If you have missed the Socially Mobile shows on Wednesday nights, they are worth going back and watching because he has gone into different aspects of social media and sharing some thoughts and tips and ideas for things that are going to make your business flow and work much better. So that is going to be we're going to be talking Fiverr on Wednesday night. And that's actually one that I'm going to have some input into a little bit, because I've got 2 boys who have created Fiverr businesses, and I can share a little bit of what they've experienced and some of the things they have done on that side of it. And of course, I've got some friends who have gone and purchased from Fiverr. So it's kind of it'll be a good show for Wednesday night. And then at the 10 o'clock time frame, 10 o'clock East Coast, which we've been doing our music mixing show, Wednesday night is going to be a private chat night for DJNTV insiders. So if you are an insider where you've gone and you are one of the members, the paid members of the show, you're going to get a private link on Wednesday. And this is only going to be for members. And we're basically going to hang out. Some of you will want to come in and be live on the screen, and we're going to do the Brady Bunch thing. And some of you are going to want to just listen to it and kind of follow along and ask questions, what have you. But we're going to have a couple of our DJNTV insider, DJNTV people there, and we're going to talk a little bit about gear, a little bit about sales, a little bit about marketing, similar in many ways to kind of like, with Arnoldo and I were talking just a little bit ago. We were talking school dances and kind of working away with questions around a topic, and that's what we'll be doing on Wednesday night. And you guys will be sharing your thoughts and ideas, because there's different ideas coming from different places is always a fabulous. So basically, Wednesday night for insiders is going to be like getting together in Las Vegas with a bunch of buddies talking shop. That's what Wednesday night will be.
Yeah, and then I just want to give a shout out. David just said that Friday starts the CDJ show in Toronto.
Yes.
So if anybody's in that area and we're on the fence about going to that, go to it. Right? Is that how I say it? Go to it. David, is that right? And then Mobile Beat.
Shani was so cool until she tried to be Canadian.
I know. I'm sorry.
That was such a sad Canadian thing, especially from a girl who's not that far away.
Sorry.
Moose in the hoose.
Sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. And then Mobile Beat is after that. And like I said, if you guys want to be in my video, that shameless plug that I did at the beginning. Come when I'm spinning because of the production company.
And that was
will be there.
Tuesday, was it?
That is Tuesday. Yes,
3:30.
Tuesday at 3:30 in the Bose demo room that we turn into a club. So please come be in my video. And I'll sticker you up. And no, I don't know. And then afterwards, we'll get me more famous than the Cash Me Outside girl.
And Arnoldo's about ready to offend all of our Canadian friends. Okay, go ahead.
What did he say?
You guys know
Arnoldo
about how
anymore.
Canada was named. This is not going to look good.
All right, how was Canada named?
Eh?
I don't. He didn't answer.
Oh, yeah,
Explorers ran into a new answer.
Yeah.
So what do we name this? Okay.
Let's start it with the C. Eh? How about an N? Eh?
All right. Sorry, my Canadian friends. I got everybody doing it now. That's my bad. That's my bad, boys. I'm sorry.
And we have some folks from Canada to say.
I know. Dave's in here. David's in here. They're all all the Daves are in here from Canada. So thank you.
For those of you who do not know, this weekend, Canadian DJ show starts Saturday, Sunday. Bill Herman is going to be up there speaking. Brian Red is going to be speaking. Many people from the DJ Distracting News are going to be involved with that, so you guys can check that out. And then Mobile Beat starts Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. They'll be down there doing a lot of things. Once that is done, CANADA.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boys.
So we come back. People will be back from Vegas for a couple of days. Well, some will stay, and then we have the Photo Booth Expo the week after. So
it's after that, right?
A busy time here the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, we'll be bringing you live feeds from the shows and doing some shows from those shows. So it'll be a fun couple of weeks. So, MJ, Shaney, thank you guys. Thank you for watching tonight, and we will be back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern with Ben Stowe talking static electricity. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.